Right, lads, welcome back to Ben Does FM. And in this episode, we have got an FA Cup quarter-final for you against Man United. We will probably play the Villa and Brighton games as well. We are coming up towards the end of the season, so want to show you as much as we can. As you can see here, we've had a couple of dodgy results, and it's now very tight again. Between us, Chelsea and United, and Brighton as well, there's 3 points between 4 clubs. I'd almost guaranteed European football, and then we've lost a couple of games, and now I'm not sure. So, very important run in towards the end of the season. Let's get this FA Cup game out the way first. Let's get straight into it. Right, Man United then, fellas. Just before we do that, I'm just going to quickly show you how we've been getting on. 1 win in our last 4 games, not ideal. We did give Sunderland a spanking. They went down to 10 men pretty early. And Rayan got a hat-trick on debut, so he looked pretty good, then got injured. We lost 1-0 to Arsenal, weren't really ever in it. If you see those match ratings, we didn't perform at all well. Beat Luton, we were fairly comfortable. Probably should have won 2 or 3-0, to be perfectly honest. Didn't turn up for Forest, and then got... Well, I say a little bit of a spanking. It wasn't as bad as it looked. They took their chances, basically. So, shock horror. Yeah, we just didn't score when we had our chances. We were on top, really, in the first half. But yeah, lost 3-0. So, that's what's been happening. Let's get into the team selection now for Man United. Gonna have to try and change things up a little bit. We're going to go Maxson in goal, Harambu at right back. We are going to go Sorensen and Marsa at the back. We're going to go Esquivel at left back. Deep line playmaker, we are going to go with Vera. No, we're not. He was awful last game. We're going to go Chris Rigg and Eric Martel. We're going to go Rayan wide right. We are going to go Baldanzi and then Jack Grealish and Makovic up top. So that is the team to face Man United. Let's just have a look, see if there's anyone else we're missing. No, that is pretty much it. That's the team to face United. Let's see if we can get into the quarterfinals. Haven't really been great in the last few games, which has been a little bit disappointing, but see if we can turn it round here in the FA Cup. We need to win in the league. That's the most important thing. We're, it's looking pretty tight now for those European spots. 44 minutes in. It's been a pretty dire first half from both sides, but let's see what we can do, or if we can do anything here. Or we've nicked it hard at the pitch. United have given it away. Rayan's got into the box. He's dinked it into Grealish, and Jack Grealish on the volley has smashed it in the bottom corner. Rayan did really well to even find him. I wasn't sure if it was just a loose pass. I didn't actually spot the run from Grealish, but it's a great little ball into him. And Grealish has just smashed it on the volley into the ground, straight past Meslier. We have gone 1-0 up just before half-time. Perfect time to score. Goal kick to the Lions. We're going to get this forward. Makovic has won that. He's done really well there. Chris Rigg has picked it up. Oh, we've given it away. Giving it away. We've nicked it back. Eric Martel's picked it up. He's going to drive at United. Harambu's picked up that loose ball. So a lot of pinball going on here. Makovic at the back post, and that is 2-0. We have scored goals pretty late and early either side of half-time. We've gone 2-0 up. We obviously beat United 2-0 last time we played them. I will bite your hand off for that again. It's a great header this. Just hung up at the back post. Right. Last 25-ish minutes. If we can get a third, it will completely be game over. It's great play down the right-hand side here from us. We've got this in the back post. There's Naheem. I've said it a couple of times. That's his 10th for the season. He does score a surprisingly decent amount of goals with his head, Naheem. He's played in the shadow striker role here today, but he has played out wide for us. It's another just sort of ball we've hung into the box. And United aren't anywhere near him. That is 3-0, and that should be more than game over. We've now scored 3 goals with 0.53 XG. Right, United pushing forward. We don't want to let them back in it straight away. And they have scored straight away. I see it was game over. 3-1. It's a great strike from Mateus Cunha, but disappointing from our point of view. We've let United drive and drive and drive. We haven't got a tackle in. Who's that? Mars has been turned inside out. 3-1. Slightly game on again. Clock's ticking down now. Should be game over, he says. There's a highlight, but it is one of our corners. Rayan's done a great bit of play with Naheem there with a short corner. We've gone back out to Rayan. Knocking it around nicely. This is really well played. And that is 4-1. It's a deflective effort. Own goal might be very harsh there, but it's going to go down as a Mateus Cunha own goal. It's a really well worked corner from us, to be honest. We've gone short, knocked it about. We've got the overload out wide. Hogsberg's hit it first time. It's taken a wicked deflection of Mateus Cunha. It's gone flying in the back of the net. 4-1. Game over. Really well played from us here. We haven't been sort of our free-flowing best and created loads of chances, but we've won the game, and that's all that matters in cup football. I think we have got Aston Villa in the next round. I'll have to check whether that's home or away. If we're at home, you'd quietly have to fancy us. And then I know we've got Spurs in the semi-final. The draw's been done, so I don't know if we're behind in terms of this game or what's going on there. But yeah, definitely, I think we've got Villa next game. Definitely Spurs if we get to the semi-final. But a huge result here against United. Hopefully we can take this into the next league game because we need to. That's 4-2, but it's the 92nd minute. Is it going to be ruled out for offside? I didn't think it was offside. No, it's been awarded. Looks like we're going to be winning, but a little less comfortably. Might feel hard done by there, United. We've had a very low XG and scored 4 goals, and they've now got a third. But luckily, it's pretty much full time. They have got a third. We've now played 98 minutes. That is the full-time whistle. We have won 4-3. United doubled our XG, but they had a couple of those goals were obviously going to be really high. But we've won the game. As I said, that's all that matters in cup football. And on to the next round. Little change of plan. We were obviously behind in the FA Cup. So we have now got Villa 2 games on the spin. So you're going to get an extra game out of this episode. It's going to be a 4-game episode for you. So Villa now, then Villa in the league, and then we'll play Brighton. And then what we'll probably do is play Wolves, Bournemouth and Burnley off camera and come back for Brentford and West Ham. So 2 London derbies to wrap up the season. But we are going to get into the Aston Villa game now. Let's just have a little look. We might make a couple of changes. We won the game. We weren't great. Mackeson's going to come out. We're going to play Laval. He's going to go in goal for this one. We are going to go with Harambu at right back. We are going to go with Pavon and Sorensen we're going to go with. Left back, we're going to have to stick with Esquivel. He hasn't been great in the last couple of games. You know, Chris Rigg in the middle of midfield with Martel. And then we're going to go with Rocco wide right. No, we're not. We're going to go with Naheem wide right. No, we're not. We're going to go with Filippi wide right. Baldanzi in the shallow striker role. We're going to go with Grealish on the left-hand side. And Makovic is going to start, even though he's not fully fit. Quarterfinals of the Cup. Can we finally get a trip to Wembley in this save? Last time we had a home quarterfinal against Norwich, we obviously got beat when they were bottom of the Premier League. Don't want to talk about that one. So hopefully we're in a better position here to try and progress. Looks like Villa have gone pretty strong, but yeah, let's see how we get on. It'd be nice to get to a trip to Wembley. Looks like it's going to be a Villa first highlight of the game. No, we've nicked that. Nothing stupid there. We've done really well. We've nicked it off and we've done really, really well there. Baldanzi's got high up the pitch. He's done unbelievable. If he scores it, it's going to be one of the best goals I've ever seen. He's done so well. He's nearly taken on the whole Villa defence there. We've started quite brightly according to the stats, but our usual problem, can't hit the target. Right, throw on deep in the Villa half. See what we're going to do with this. Pavon's got it into Martel. That's a great ball to Jack Grealish. Makovic, I think this is offside. Makovic looked offside to me. But as ever, I'm sometimes wrong with this. It's not. He's onside. 1-0 to the Lions. What a ball this is by Eric Martel to find Jack Grealish. And what a ball into the box by Jack Grealish. A really, really well-worked goal. 1-0 Millwall. Are we Wembley bound? He says that. There's a corner straight away for Aston Villa. I don't know how that hasn't gone in. Right, another late highlight. Free kick. It was deep in Villa's half. Let's see if we can try and press it and nick it. We've done really well there. Makovic has nicked it. He's in on goal. He's put it wide. He's put it wide. What a chance. Now is a late corner to Villa. And of course they've equalised. We can't miss those chances. Anton Makovic. You cannot miss that. Villa have literally rolled it to us, and the next highlight of the game, Villa have scored and equalised. It's just one of the things that really annoys me about us. We do it so often. Just don't take our chances, and the very next highlight, or whatever it might be, that's a penalty, though. That is definitely a penalty. I don't know why we're even looking at this, ref. Just point to the spot. Is going to be a penalty. Is Makovic going to take it? He has got form for missing penalties in games. He stuck that one away though. 2-1. Lions go back in front. That is Makovic's 14th for the season. It was a bit of a nothing penalty, really. We got the ball, drove into the Villa box, and he was brought down. He stepped up to take the penalty himself. It's a really good penalty. He's hit the side net in that one. 25 minutes gone. We've just made 5 changes. We had a few players that were out on their feet, so we've gone and made 5 changes. Hopefully that doesn't disrupt us too much. It's always a bit dodgy making 5 changes on the spin. I wanted to just really freshen it up, certainly in midfield. Throwing deep in the Villa half again. Wilson Esbrand playing a nice 1-2. Back post. Felipe's never going to win that. Harambu's picked up the second ball, and there is Rocco to stick it in. We've gone 3-1 up, and it looks like it's our first trip to Wembley in this save. What are we in? Season 5? And it's our first trip to Wembley. I was just going to carry on talking there, but as a highlight straight away from kickoff, if Villa score, it's going to be twitchy bum time again. Well, we've nicked it. Go on, Flippy, drive forward. He's got that into Baldini, who's got him behind, and he's put it wide. I think if he squares this, Rocco's got an easy tap in. But anyway, as I was saying, I think season 5 of the save, and it's our first trip to Wembley. And this has just been a much better performance from us. I know Naheem at the back post, spoken about it in the last couple of episodes. He does it all the time. For his height and size, and just, I don't even know, has he got decent heading ability? Has he got heading of 9? He's 6'2", I suppose, so he's got every right to be challenging, but he does score quite a few headed goals for us. Anyway, 4-1, a great performance, considering it was a bit of a smash and grab against United. This one, absolutely not. And we have got our first trip to Wembley in the save. A very, very good performance for the Lions there. We've now got 1.5 opportunities to get into Europe, obviously through the league, and then we've got the FA Cup as well. You would like to think if we beat Spurs, where are Wolves and Newcastle? So Newcastle are down in 16th, Wolves are down in 10th. So as I say, if we can beat Spurs, you would like to think that we could potentially go on and win the FA Cup. Villa in the league, we've just battered them in the FA Cup. This is a very, very important game, though. We really do need to try. Actually, I'm going to go back with Laval in goal. He did well. He's kept a clean sheet in the last game. So Harambu, we're going to go with Sorensen again, and Marsa, Esquivel, Chris Rigg, and Martel. We're going to go Rayan. We're going to go Baldanzi. We're going to go Grealish. And then we're going to go Makovic up top. So that is the team to face Villa in the league. This is a very, very important game, fellas. we do need to win this. It's all getting a bit too tight now for those European spots. So quick check-in on the league. We are now out of the European places. So this is a must-win game. Well, certainly a must-not-lose. We've got to try and hang on in there. And Martel's giving away a penalty after 5 minutes. Not exactly the start we wanted. Oh, dear. Right, come on, Millwall. Do us a favour. Started you in the league after a good clean sheet last time. 1-0 to Villa. Corner to Villa here. Buendia's going to whip this in. He's not. He's going to go short to Ramsey. Millwall punched it straight back out into the middle of the box there. Not ideal. Looks like we're under a bit of pressure here. Villa are going to whip that into the back post. I don't know how that hasn't gone in. We are bang under pressure here. Really struggling in this first half. Well, that was as bad as it gets from us in that first half. Villa had a near 2 XG, which just isn't good enough. And we can't get near them at the minute. We're really struggling in this game. Can we get out to him, please? Buendia's going to whip that in. It's 2-0. Our only hope here is that it's offside. I don't know if it is. There's so many players in the box. I'll be surprised if it is offside. Looks like it might be. Yeah, it's disallowed. Thank God. Can we wake up, please? Because we have been absolutely shit so far in this. Right, corner to the Lions. Let's try and do something here. I don't know what Rayan's up to there, but Chris Riggs picked this up. No one's challenged him. Chris Rigg has smashed it in from about 20, 25 yards. That is his first goal of the season. What a goal that is, and what an important time to get it for us. We've offered absolutely nothing here. I don't know what Rayan was trying to do with that ball, but we've picked it up. Chris Rigg has picked up the loose header and driven and smashed it in the bottom corner. We have got back in the game somehow. See what we can do now. Half an hour left, but we've managed to get back in the game. Little bit of pinball there. Martel's picked it up. He's put it into Grealish. Jack Grealish has put us 2-1 up, and we have turned this game completely on its head. Jack Grealish hasn't celebrated there, rightfully probably so against Aston Villa, but I mean, I can't believe this turnaround in 2 minutes. What a pass that is from Martel, and what a finish from Grealish. We've gone from looking absolutely useless to 2-1 up in 3 minutes. Corner to the Lions now. Can we go 3-1 up? Chris Rigg again is going to pick up that loose header from Aston Villa. He's put it back into a really bad area there. Jesus, what is he doing? Right, we've nicked it again. They're out of a bit of position. We've got a few men over. Can we keep the ball down? Makovic's just done really well there to hold that up. Chris Rigg knocking it around. I thought Rayan had just jabbed that in the bottom corner. That's a really good save in the end from Martinez. Level on points with United and Chelsea and only 3 ahead of Brighton. But getting this result is the main thing. Can we hold on now? 5 minutes of added time. I just don't like this. I do not like it because we don't do the coward's way. We don't change from attacking. Maybe we should in these important games, but we haven't here anyway. Villa are going to try and get him behind. Who is marking him and why are we nowhere near him? They've put it in behind Ollie Watkins, and Ollie Watkins has equalised. I don't think this one is offside. I think this one is going to count. Yeah, Aston Villa have scored in the 93rd minute. Oh, it's just such an easy ball. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. I mean, Aston Villa have deserved it, but a penalty and then the 93rd minute, I think that has just completely killed us. We're going to have to be pretty much near perfect now for the rest of the season, I think.